Larry. We're talking about John Forbes Kerry being the face of the Biden administration. He took a private jet to Iceland for an environmental award. And when asked about why he took a private jet, he said, quote, "It's the only choice for somebody like me."
On that issue, pollution, I understand that you came here with a private jet. Is that an environmental way to travel?
If you offset your carbon, it's the only choice for somebody like me who is traveling the world to win this battle. I negotiated the Paris Accords for the United States. I've been involved in this fight for years. I negotiated with President Xi to bring President Xi to the table so we could get Paris. And I believe the time it takes me to get somewhere, I can't sail across the ocean. I have to fly to meet with people and get things done. But what I'm doing almost full time is working to win the battle of climate change. And in the end, if I offset and contribute my life to do this, I'm not going to be put on the defensive.
Can you say arrogant? Somebody like me, I've got to meet people, I've got to do things. But what about other people? They don't? And other people don't have a rich wife who runs a private jet rental operation from whom you've rented your private jet. This is stunning. As I said, he grew up all sorts of breeding and background and education, but he had no money. Married 2 consecutive rich women. And telling people in oil and gas who are making substantially less money than he, well, you're going to lose your job, but we'll be able to get you something else that'll be even better. Don't have it right now. Don't know when, how, or where, but we'll come up with it. Because that's just what we do. Man who bought a yacht, and instead of mooring it in Massachusetts, which would have required him to have paid another $500,000 in sales tax, he moored it in Rhode Island. And then when it became public and people began making a stink about it, he then paid the $500,000 that he tried to avoid paying. And as I mentioned, there was a ability for people in Massachusetts to pay an additional income tax because they lowered it. You could pay the old rate if you wanted to. You had to check the little box and pay pay higher rate. John Forbes Kerry, I think he's a centimillionaire. I think he's worth over $100 million, isn't he? Did not pay the higher tax. While, of course, voting to push higher taxes on everybody else that he, of course, wants to avoid paying.